In this lesson on t-test, we are going to use in the computation the Microsoft Excel software. So the t-test function in Excel is used for calculating the probability of significant difference between two data sets, whether any or both of them are under the same population with the same mean. A t-test may be computed as a one-tailed distribution or two-tailed distribution with a kind of variance that may be equal or unequal. You remember I mentioned in that normal distribution, a 0.05 that you divide into 2, that will signify one tail or two tail. Now, the assumptions going back as a review again, that the variables in the involved variables in the particular data set are continuous, and the samples have been randomly drawn from the large data. And there is normal distribution. In some books, it's referred to as Gaussian distribution. Homoscedasticity or homogeneity of variance. Variance, you know, that is computed as one of the measures of dispersion that made use of mean. Okay, and this is very important here in t-test. Now, these things to remember is that the t-test can accept only numerical values. Anything other than numerical values, we get the result this morning in a cell in Excel. If the tails value is other than 1 or 2, because the tail value is just either 1 or 2. So we will also get this error, and the Excel will not continue the command that you are giving it. And of course, you should learn the difference between one-tail test and two-tail test to understand it better. So the standard p-value is 0.05 or 5%. If the variance is less than 5%, then your data is significant. Oh, the t-test function in Excel. When you already have opened the Excel software, then on your screen, you have the sheets that is composed of rows and columns. And on top of that, there's the pull-down menu, wherein one of the headings is formulas. Now you click that formula and you'll be shown statistical, these choices. You choose statistical and you choose t-test. Now this will be how it looks. No? Specifically, okay, in this particular formula for the t-test function in Excel is as follows. With these 4 arguments separated by a comma. Array 1, this is the first set of the sample you are testing. Array 2, this is the second set of the sample you are comparing. Tails, this is the number of tails for the distribution. There are 2 types of tails. One tail distribution, and two-tail distribution. So you just put either 1 or 2 in here, and usually we use 2. And the type, you are going to choose either of the 3 types. There are 3 types of t-test available in statistics. Okay, this one, paired. This examines whether the mean between paired sets is equal. If you choose this second, sample equal variance examines whether the variance of means between 2 sets is equal or homoscedastic. And the third one, 2 sample unequal variance examines whether the variance of means between 2 sets is unequal. It is heteroscedastic. In recent versions, t-test is introduced. In earlier versions, t-test is the formula. Still, it's available in recent versions to support compatibility. So now, how to use t-test function in Excel? T-test function in Excel is very simple and easy to use. Let us understand the working of t-test in Excel by some examples. But I've mentioned these 3. we're going to do. Now, the functionality of the t-test can be explained best by using an example dataset to get the logic of the t-test. Here are Group 1 and Group 2 tests, scores of a classroom. So, of course, these are total of the tests given. We are to run t-tests to find if there is a significant difference between these two groups, especially if you are going to say you are going to compare the group two groups or two sections, because there are two different teachers or there are differences in the approach in teaching, or there is a module used in one and there's no module in the other, something like that. So apply t-test to get the difference. The first test is a type of paired. So this is what you're going to do. This is in sequence now. After you have chosen t-test and then you are in this portion, you are going to choose paired. Now the result is 0.04059. Okay, the result of this t-test. So that is how fast. Sometimes you just blink and it's there. That is how fast. The second type, yes, of two samples is of equal variance. So you choose this one and the result is 0.2148. So there is really a difference. We are using the same data set, right? And that's the result. So the third test is a type of two sample t-tests. This one, the two sample unequal variance or heteroscedastic. The result is 0.2158. Okay, this one. So we have now this corresponding results. The return value is generally called as the p-value. If the p-value is less than 0.05, we can come to the conclusion that the two sets of data have a different mean. Otherwise, the two means are not significantly different from each other. Okay, have a look at that. This is the only one which is lower than 0.05, the paired. Now, okay. So in a closer look, the formula used, the paired, derive this p-value. The second, equal variance, this result, and the two sample unequal variance with this result. So as mentioned a while ago, if the p-value is below 0.05, then the conclusion is that the two sets of data have different mean. Otherwise, okay, the two means are not significantly different from each other. Okay. So we can run t-test using the analysis toolpak. At the same time, okay, what we did actually was based on the menu on above the screen of the sheet, right? So we can run the t-test also using the toolpak located under data ribbon tab, this one. So if you do not find this option in your Excel, follow the below steps to unhide these steps actually. So go to File and Options here. Click on Add-ins here. Then you're going to see this choices and you are going to choose Excel add-ins. Go, and you have here these choices. You click on Analysis Toolpak and you click OK, and voila, this must be enabled here in this portion. So when you click data, there is here data analysis. Okay. So if you click data analysis, you have these choices and it will be easier when you are going to choose this uh, mode of computation. So click on the first t-test and it will open the below dialog box. This one. Wherein, you remember, you can input the range, first range, second range, and here is the 0.05 value. Then, where you want to the output to place, in the new worksheet or in the same worksheet. It's for you to choose. Just click it and then okay. So, okay. So just choose the range like that. And okay, the mean of each dataset is shown. Their variance, number of observations, this one. Correlations, value. So once you do this, you are going to see all this. And the p-value, you refer to this one, B26, this one, the p-value, that's 0.0001861002. That is below the expected p-value of 0.05. As long as the p-value is less than 0.05, our data is significant. So this is the detailed report from what we did here. So, okay, we are done actually.